Hey everybody, this is Paul Holland, real estate agent in Kansas City. And what I'd like to do today is take you through a program called Listings to Leads and show you how any agent can generate buyer leads almost immediately with this amazing software. This program, Listings to Leads, is worth every penny and then some. And after I show you this, you're going to see exactly why. So before we get started, I just want to introduce you to the homepage here. We have a Facebook group where we can go and share ideas and tips and tricks and everything with other agents across the country. And then there's online tutorials. If you need to know how to do anything, there's a tutorial right there that covers just about anything and everything that the software can do and the different types of strategies people are using to generate leads with the software. There's a video here to get started and automate everything up for you. You set it up one time and it sends everything out for you pretty automatic. Facebook advertising. There's some tutorials on how to start generating buyer and seller leads from Facebook, and that's part of the strategy we're going to go over today. Open house lead generation. There's some amazing tools for that, and you even get your own listing presentation, so that when you go out on listing presentations, you can show them all the amazing things you do with the program. But what I'd like to do today is focus on how to generate buyer leads immediately for just a couple dollars a day at the most. And it can even be for free if you want to do it right. So let's go here first. We're going to go to listings. And you can create a new listing from scratch. You can create a market report, grab an active listing. So if your listing is, if your MLS works with Listings to Leads, or your brokerage has an account or uses, I think it's Hubzu, or not Hubzu, one of those online syndication things. I can't remember the name of it right now. But anyway, you can grab it here. But this is what we're going to do today. We're going to focus on how to get free ones. So watch this. You grab an active listing, and we're going to go to the HUD Home Store grab, okay? And you need the zip code and the case number, and if this is your listing or not. You always want to check that, because otherwise you're going to get tons of emails about just listed, just sold, open house, all these different things like that. So what I've done is I've gone into the HUD home store site. And select the state you're in, the county or city that you want to use. I'm just going to use Johnson County in Kansas. I'm going to hit search. And now I'm going to go down here and I'm going to pick out a property that I like, that looks good, that I think can sell. Okay. I've chosen this one today. It's a brand new listing, and it's got about another week or so before the bids are open. So I've got time to advertise it and possibly pick up some buyers. So then I'm going to click on that, and there's some more information about it, right? But the cool thing is, watch this. I grab this case number and make sure I pay attention to the zip code 66030. I go back to listings to lead, put in that case number and that zip code, and the program will automatically pull this listing into my site. Now, you must be a HUD registered agent. You must be registered with HUD to advertise HUD listings. But if you're registered with HUD, any agent can advertise HUD listings. So that's why this is in here, and that's how you can generate some really great leads using foreclosures. These are obviously foreclosures, but you don't have to tell anybody that. Now, you have a bunch of different links that you can put on the side of the page, and I'll show you what these look like when we get there. For now, I'm just going to leave. Well, I'm going to change this out. I'm going to change that one. I'm going to give them an opportunity for a free weekly list of foreclosures, and we'll take those two out. You can have a maximum of 8 links, so we're going to save that. And then if I want to reorder these, all I do is grab and drag and drop. Wherever I want it to go, that's where it goes. Okay? And then when you're done with that, save and close. Now what it's done is it's brought us to where we can modify the page, okay? Real quick, before we go any further, I'm going to go to the single property website, pull that up, and show you what it looks like just from scratch. Okay, it says just listed up here. It's got a picture of my wife and I. It's got the property address. This is the links that I showed you already set up. If they click one of these, it'll take them to wherever you've directed it. So this one's going to my home page or my search page on my website. Need a mortgage? You can partner up with your loan provider and get some leads going to them possibly. Here's that free weekly list of foreclosures. There's a landing page, growing family. And this is the landing page created in Listings to Leads as well. Beautifully done, super, super easy to do. And the training's in there on how to do that. All right, and so then you have all the pictures right here. See all photos? And again, the software pulled this all in for us. We didn't have to do any of this stuff, right? My connection's a little bit slow right now, but typically the pictures are all right there. Let's see if this will do it faster for us. No, for some reason that's not pulling in right this moment. And again, I think it's probably my internet connection and the fact that I'm recording at the same time. You get a map showing where the property is. You can find where the coffee bars are, where the grocery stores are, the nearest shopping, any parks. They'll start showing up on there. Find schools. There's no schools found in this zip code for great schools. Oh, that's a little bit odd. Maybe I didn't put the period in there. All right, here's some flyers. So let's say you want to walk a neighborhood, or you want to, just email this out to some friends and drop it into a mailbox, an envelope, and send it out to people. You can download the different flyers. You have a couple different options to choose from. And again, you saw I didn't do any of the work on this, right? All I did was input using the HUD home store number and the zip code. So take a look at this. There's text code. Someone could text that number and receive pictures 24/7. They'll receive the whole listing. All right, it's branded to you. Everything, all your information's in here. And then there's a nice little call to action outlined in red down here. And then for more information and pictures, you can set a custom domain, and that's what we're going to do here in a minute. And of course, all your licensure information is already included as well. All right, so that's just out of the box. Oh, I'm sorry. And at the bottom, you can put some HTML code and advertise some of your reviews and stuff like that. So if you've got really great reviews on Zillow or Trulia or Google Plus or whatever, there's ways of putting those on there. So, all right. So now we've seen what it looks like just out of the box. Let's take a look at how we can enhance it. All right. So we're going to click on this button right here. And it's going to pull up all that property information that we can modify. Again, here's some more training. You click that and it'll pop up ways of how to use this. A listing headline. Now I typically will take the property address for my listing headline, but you have tons of options. I mean, you can type in anything you want right there. Your IVR codes, here's what was automatically assigned, and you can reassign that. All right, it tells you the day that you added it. If you decide, if you contact the actual listing agent and they allow you to do an open house, you can certainly set up an open house. And then there's some great tools over here for open houses. We won't go into that right now. That may be a different video. All right, here's the property address, the city, the neighborhood or farm. You can put that in there for a little bit more detail if you'd like. Zip code, the listing landing page, Facebook image. If you want to upload a custom picture, you can do that. You see all the pictures are located right here that were in there. Now this one only had 6 photos in the MLS, so it only pulled those 6, but it'll pull all of them that are in the site. The price. Now a lot of people will put in here, contact me or us for current pricing. That way, if the price changes, you don't have to come back in here and make updates all the time. You may have a price reduction or something like that, of course. 3 bedroom, 2 bath. All the details are here. You want to take a quick look at that and go over it. Property type. There's a little tip there. You can put in here single family, condo, whatever you want to put. Split level. Now this listing URL, I like to take that one out and drive them back to my own website. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that right there. If you want to go out and buy a vanity URL that may be something like Kansas City's hottest new listing or something like that, or best listing in Kansas City, whatever you want to do, and redirect it to this site, you can put, that's what's going to show up at the bottom of the flyer. All right. So then what you do is you come in here and we want to stay compliant. Always, always, always we want to stay compliant. So you must identify, at least in our state, I don't know what every other state is, who the listing is provided courtesy of, right? Who's the actual listing agent on this property? And it's somewhere in here. Unfortunately, I can't find it while I'm trying to do this video. But what I can do is, I'm just going to make something up for now. This listing posting, listing provided. All right, so I just identify who the actual listing company is, the brokerage. And then what I typically will come in here and do is I'll come in here and I'll just grab the description that the agent had already put in. Put that in there. Oops. There we go. And again, it puts my link back to my site right there. And then what I like to do is ask a strong call to action. Okay. Well, again, there's all kinds of things you can do in here. You can go in here and put HTML code and add in some widgets off your website or something, and increase the properties that you're displaying on this site here. You can put in a call to action for what's your property worth. There's just all kinds of ways of doing this. Okay. So then what we do is we come down here and you can include this in a listing widget that comes with the software. You can force registration. This is a follow home pop-up display, and I'll show you what that looks like here. We'll set that immediately. And you can force the registration before they're allowed to take a look at it if you want. You can make phone required for the follow this home pop-up if you'd like. I'm not going to do either one of those right now because I don't want to lock up the system, because I would actually have to close the window. So let's save this. And now we'll go take a look at what the property looks like, the website. Okay. All of that looks the same. Now what we have is some more information down here. We've got the mandatory compliance, right? There's the link to the property right on my website. All the other links are still on here. And again, the photos just aren't pulling up. I think again it's because I'm recording at the same time. So, oh, here's the schools I've pulled up now, so you can see what the schools, which schools are close by. Let's see if we can get anything showing up here. I know there's some grocery stores in here. So, all right, so that's not going to work for us so well, but that's okay. You still see everything else. All right, so now what you can do is you come down here and there's buttons right here. You can do a listing landing page where they have to show you or give you information. All right, look at this right here. Beautiful. Just listed in Gardner, Kansas. It's a nice little landing page. It gives them all the same information. Now, typically this information, actually, I usually put down in the bottom. I just wanted to show you up front. I want them to see information about the house and stuff. I'll get the licensing and legal issues out of the way down here at the bottom. So I was just in a hurry right there. All right, so they want current price, the photos, all that kind of stuff like that. Enter your name, your email, your phone number. There's a text with the number to text to, and they can get all the information. You capture the phone number, reach out to them, that type of stuff. Now, if you don't want to use a landing page to get that information, if you want to let people see the page, there's an option for that as well. So then what you do is you just grab the link, and you have a couple different options. For the sellers, now that's not going to apply to us today, but you can send just listed flyers, single property website, e-flyers, all that. So let's just go to the social media links, and we're just going to grab this link right here. You hit copy, and it's copied to my clipboard. I close. Now, I'll show you. There we go. All right, this is a foreclosure page that I run here in the Kansas City area called the KC Metro Foreclosure. And we've been running some foreclosures, just like this one here. This is a HUD listing. So I take this property link that I just copied, I come over here and I paste, and you're going to see it automatically pulls that property in. I will go back and I will grab this again. And I'm just doing this pretty fast to kind of give you guys an idea of here we go. All right. Give you an idea of what it's going to look like. All right. So, and I hit publish, and watch how easy this is. Okay. Look at that. Brings the first picture in. It's gorgeous. There's all the information. Nice little link. So now I can come back up here and edit the post. And I'm going to go ahead and take that link out. Done editing. There it is. Much cleaner. Very beautiful, right? All right. So nice little Facebook foreclosure page. You can do this on your set up a business page of your own, any type. If you already have one, post it just like this. Nothing on here says it's a foreclosure other than the fact that I've got on the foreclosure page. That doesn't look like a foreclosure, what most people think of for foreclosures. It's a nice property, right? So then you just go to the boost post. Now you have to have set up your advertising account with Facebook already. So we're going to create an audience for this one. We're going to go to Gardner. We're going to go Gardner, Kansas, 0 miles. So we're going to advertise this just to people that live in Gardner, and you can choose different options, 10, 25, 50-mile radius. You don't want to go too broad because it's going to show to people that are most likely not interested in it all. Now, here's something you could do is add interest, like Zillow, Trulia, Redfin, Zip Realty, several of those other types, realtor.com possibly. Let's see if that one will pop up. Realtor.com. I think that'll work. All right. So now these are people that are probably looking for properties, looking to buy a house in the near future. They're on Zillow a lot. They're on Trulia. They may like the page. And then you hit save. You can set your budget. Total budget $20 for one day if you want. Typically do is I'm going to do a $5 budget per day. So for $5 a day, and I do it Monday through Friday, that's $25 a week. So $100 a month I'm advertising. And now this doesn't show the estimated reach. I was going to tell you how many people, probably between 700 and 1,500 people are going to see this post for that $500. All right. I typically get about 200 clicks to the page, and we'll pull anywhere from 3 to 5 leads off of each one of these properties. Again, depending on how nice they look, what price points they're at, those types of things. But it's still pretty cheap to advertise. Okay. And then you just hit boost. Now we've got an ad on Facebook. It'll take them anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours, 3 hours to approve the ad. Now I do a lot of advertising on Facebook, so my ads get approved fairly quickly. But if you're just setting it up or whatever like that, it still shouldn't take more than just a couple hours. All right, and that's how you do it right there. That's how you can generate tons of foreclosure or buyer leads for pennies. You can set that budget. I set it for $5 a day. You can easily set it for $2 a day and do the same type of thing. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Questions or anything, feel free to reach out to me. My email is paul@kcmetroteam.com. And if you're interested in listening to the leads, there's a link in here. Just click that link, go give it a shot, and I think you're going to just love it. Thanks a lot. Take care.